Hello people, this video is showing you how to solve a right angled triangle. Now, what you need to know first, if you haven't already watched my videos on right angled triangles, that this box here, tells us that it's a right angle and it's 90 degrees. So this box equals 90 degrees, okay? The other key part to this is you must always remember that an angles in a triangle will always equal 180. So inside any triangle, regardless of the shape, it is always 180 degrees. So, using both of those bits of information, we're going to solve these very, very basic problems. So, what you do first is when you get a picture like this, you know it's all got to equal 180, okay? Now, it's given us 45, a square, and an x. Well, we don't know what x is. We need to find out what x is. X is the unknown. But what we do know are two key parts. We know that it has to equal 180. And we know that this square, this right angle, equals 90 degrees. So we're going to put that all together. So we're going to do a bit of algebra. Now, we're going to put x first. We don't know what that is. And we're going to add 45 degrees. And we're going to add our 90. And we know it all equals 180. Is everybody clear? X is our unknown. So let's simplify it. X plus 90 plus 45 is 135 equals 180 because that hasn't changed. Now, using what we know in algebra when we're solving something, that when we're moving a number over the equal sign, we change its symbol. So if it's a plus this side, when it goes over the equal signs, it subtracts. So we're now going to do x, because that's what we've got left. That's a plus. So it's 180. That hasn't changed. That hasn't moved. We've only dealt with this number here, and it's a plus, so it's going to turn into minus 135. Now, you can use your calculator down here. As I've said before, this is a fantastic Casio scientific calculator. You can buy it in my Amazon shop. If you copy this link in there, you will find it. I think they've got a deal on. They've always got a deal on for those. But I know that x equals 45 degrees. So we now know that our answer here is 45 degrees. Now that is a really, really easy one because you could have just known from the top of your head that 45 plus 45 equals 90. 90 plus 180. But you need to write these methods out so your examiner can give you method marks. You need to write it out. Some teachers may teach you to do the bits separately. I think because algebra is a constant throughout maths through school and A-levels, you may as well learn it from the basics. I really do. So that's how I do it. So we're going to go on to the next one. So look at the picture first. What do you know? We know that that square is 90. So let's fill that in. And we know it equals 180. We know it equals 180. So let's do it. Let's go x. We plus the 60. We plus the 90. And we know it equals 180. Use our calculator or our brain, it doesn't matter. 90 plus 60 equals 150. And this hasn't changed because we've only dealt with these. X equals 180. I remember what I said. Because it's a plus, and we're going all the way over, we're taking it over, it becomes what? Yes, a negative. So we're going to subtract 150. That gives us a nice answer of 30 degrees. So our x, our new angle here, we now know is 30 degrees. Next, look at the diagram. Always look at the shape. Write down what you know. That's on any shape, any question like that. Just look at it first. Write down what you know. So we know that's 90, that's 10, that's x. So we're going to go usual x plus 10 plus 90 equals 180. Simplify. That's plus 100 equals 180. X equals, that hasn't changed. We're only looking at this one. It's a plus, so it's a negative 100. So we now know that 180 minus 100 is 80 degrees. And you can always look at that and go 80 plus 10 is 90. 90 plus 90 equals 180. And when I say to people you can use your calculator, and some people are going, oh, well, you don't need to use a calculator for that. I'm afraid some people do. You know, some people do need to know how to answer questions by using a calculator, because it doesn't come easy to people, maths. It really doesn't, especially when there's letters involved. It can be very, very confusing. So, that's another thing. This calculator is algebra as well. So it's got the x and the y's in there. So you can do it. It's brilliant, it is. So next one. Yeah, it's a different shape. But has it really changed? No, it hasn't. So it's 90 degrees. Look at what we've got. It's 90 degrees. 75. And an x. It's asking us to find our x. So it's x plus 90 plus 75. And we know it's only ever going to equal 180 degrees, always. Deal with this bit first. So x plus 165 equals 180. It's a plus, so we're taking it over to a negative. So x equals 15 degrees. There you go. 15 degrees. Another one. Different angle again. Doesn't matter. Nothing's changed. And what I do say to people, if you set used to looking at it like this, get your exam paper or your worksheet, whatever the teacher gives you, and just spin it around until it looks like that. You know, just look at it how you want to look at it. As long as you get the answer right, you can't go wrong. If you spin the paper so it looks how you feel comfortable with solving it, just do it. So, once again, look at it. What do we know? We know that's 90 degrees. So it's a right angle triangle. And we know it all equals 180 degrees. So, we've got y plus 90 plus 25 equals 180 degrees or 180. Sort out our numbers, our like terms. If we're going to do proper algebra, we're collecting like terms. So 90 plus 25 is 115, which equals 180. And then we're going to go y equals, that hasn't moved, hasn't changed, and it's going all the way over, and we're changing our sign to a negative because we've gone over the equal sign, minus 1, 1, 5. So our answer is y equals 180 minus 115. So that would be 20, 30, 40. 55. Am I right in saying that? 55 degrees. So I haven't got a calculator with me. And this is where I do need my calculator because I'm a bit tired. You say. So let's go to the next one. We have 90 degrees. Fill in what you know. So you get a clear picture. So what have we got? We've got y plus 15 plus 90 equals 180. Collect these are our like terms, so it's adding together. So that's 90 plus 15 is 105 equals 180. Y equals, take that over, so that's a plus, so it becomes negative. So it's going to be 180 because this hasn't moved. This is still stuck to the equal sign. Minus 105. Y equals 75 degrees. So that is 75 degrees. Brilliant. Nice and simple. And then the final one is fill in, see, write what you know, what you say. That's 90 degrees. And we know it all equals 180. So we've got W, our unknown, plus 80, plus 90 equals 180. Collect our like terms. So that's 80 plus 90 is 170. And then W equals 180. Remember, that hasn't moved. It's stuck to the equal sign. That goes over the equal sign. And it becomes a negative. So W, our unknown, equals 10 degrees. So there you go. And once again, you could check. 80 plus 10 is 90. If, for example, you had 20 here, and there was 80 plus 20 came to 100, you would know something's wrong because it can only equal 180 in total. So I hope that was plenty of examples for you. If you get stuck with them, don't worry. Just keep coming back, pausing, and just go over it. You may have different ways to do it. I mean, there is another way which isn't algebra based. You could have just done, for the top one, you could have just gone 45 plus 90 equals 135. And then you could have done 180 minus 135 equals 45 degrees. You could have done it that way. And you can do it that way. I'm not telling you you can't. Many people do it that way. The only reason I do it that way, involving the X, is because it's algebra and you need to understand the rules of algebra with changing the signs. So, and you do write your algebra out like this. It's a common thing, not just with triangles or shapes. But if you want to do it like that, you do it like that. It doesn't matter. That's just my way. This can be your way. Don't worry. There's no right or wrong. You've got the same answer. So I hope you have understood it. and stick with it. You will get there. Just have a little bit of faith in yourself, okay? Good luck.